Oh, there we go. I had the mic off. What is up, everybody? This is Chris with Hobby Legends, and we are ripping some more Marvel's Masterpieces 92 Platinum. This one is going to be a color break, so I actually have a customer sheet to read off everybody and the spots you guys purchased. And do you guys see we have a new background? We have Marvel's Masterpieces for our background now. So let me read off the customers and the spots you guys purchased. We have Adrian with the blue PMG spot. Alan with the fantastic covers and the gold PMG spot. Alex with the Emerald Surge cover variant spot. Brian with the gold seismic base spot. James with the base plexi spot and the red prism base spot. Jason with the clear cut spot and the wood spot. Larry with the red PMG gold seismic cover variant spot. Orange lava base and orange lava cover variant. Emerald Surge base spot. And finally, the Golden Treasure base and Golden Treasure cover variant spot. Next up, we have Louie with the base card spot, the canvas spot, rainbow, blue tracks, base leather spot, pink laser, both base and cover variant spots. And then Matthew with the green PMG. Norman with the Corner Box Creations, the Battle Spectrum, the cover variant spot, lenticular, and the metallurgy spot. And finally, Raphael with the red prism cover variant spot. So that covers all of our spots. Good luck, everybody, in the break. And as you can see, I have a sealed case in front of me. So we're going to rip it open and take the first 6 boxes. And we will continue to use this case for any future color breaks. That way, you can watch what happened in the first one and then decide if you want to bid on the next one. So I'm just going to take the top 6 boxes. And there we go. We have our first 6 boxes. And this case is going to remain just like this until our next color break. Thank you, Ryan. All right, everybody. Best of luck in this one. Can you put it right here? Thank you. And let's see what Marvel Platinum has for us in our 6 boxes. And thanks, welcome on back, Stunner Dude and Brian. Good luck to you guys on this one. And let's see if your luck continues, Stunt Dude. You did very good in the character break earlier. So let's see what we have for you in the color break. Get the light just in a slightly better spot. There we go. We're going to lead off with Doc Ock on our color break. Followed by Strong Guy on the cover variant. And then our first parallel is going to be a clear cut going to the Iceman spot. And then Electro in the back of our pack. No, yeah. Yeah, we got lucky. We did not see Adam Warlock in our first pack there. He was hanging out in the back of the pack for most of that last case. Moon Knight on the cover variant. Or that's actually a Fantastic Covers, FYI. That is a Fantastic Cover, so it is going to the Fantastic Cover spot. And then Beast on the canvas. And Iceman on the base card. And I'm just going to try to separate it over here like this and keep the base here so it's not as difficult for you. Thank you, sir. Okay, we're looking for wood and clear cuts for Jason. And there's Wolverine on the cover variant. And behind him, we're going to have Speedball. And for Speedball, that is a leather. And then Cable on the base. And thanks again, everybody, for joining us. This is a new configuration for us with the ooh, my goodness. I couldn't even say it. We have a Seismic Gold already. So Seismic Gold spot, you're about to get a hit. Ooh, and look who it is breaking into our break. It is Luke Cage on the Seismic Gold. So very nice. Seismic Gold has struck early with some Luke Cage action. And for Cage, he is 81 of 92 on the Seismic Gold. Very, very nice to find a Seismic Gold as our first numbered card. That is awesome. And then Dr. Doom on the canvas. And Green Goblin on the base to end our pack. Our Thing and Human Torch, I should say, on the Corner Box Creations. So that is the first thing for the Corner Box Creations spot. And then Sauron, and that is a canvas. Black Widow on the base card. Oh, that's you, Brian, on the Seismic Gold. Yeah, very, very nice. That is one of the tougher parallels to hit, so it's very cool that we're able to get one in our first box. Ooh, and we're about to get something for the pink laser spot. And that is Ghost Rider on the pink lasers. And that is a base pink lasers there for Ghost Rider. And let's check his numbering. He is 289 of 992. And then anything numbered, I'm just going to put here so you have to separate, but I'll try to separate the rest of them.
That makes sense.
All right, thank you, sir. And then Night Thrasher. And for Night Thrasher, he is a leather. Followed by Moon Knight on the base card. Let me adjust this light a little bit. Every time I put my hand, it's blocking it a bit. There we go. That should be better. Next up, we have Venom. That is a base card. And then a little more action for the Corner Box Creations. It is Captain America. And then Jubilee on the leather, or that is a canvas actually for Jubilee. Do you have a spot for Corner Box Creations yet? And then Bishop on the base. Ooh, it looks like we're going to have some for the red prism spot now. So very cool. We have found 3 different parallel spots already. And that is going to be Human Torch on the red prisms cover variant. Nice. A little love for the red prism spot. And for Human Torch, he is 141 of 292. And another one for the clear cut, it is Adam Warlock. Not in the back of the pack this time, but on a parallel. And then Shatterstar to finish off our pack. Lizard on the cover variant. And then Sleepwalker, and he is a canvas. And that is a rainbow cover variant of Hulk. And another clear cut, that is Mr. Fantastic on this one. Thing, Ben Grimm on the cover variant. And behind him, we're going to have Juggernaut. And for Juggernaut, he is a canvas. Ooh, and we're going to have our first lenticular. And it is Elektra on the lenticular. So very nice. The first card for the lenticular spot is Elektra. Followed by Major Victory on the rainbow. And that is it for box number 1. But a pretty darn good box. Give us 2 seconds. All right, back in action. Sorry, everybody. We're just trying to get some light adjustments. In between breaks, they were tinkering with the lights a little bit. All right, box number 2. What do you got for us? Oh, we're going to get a double shot of Thor and Hulk, and I do believe this is the Fantastic cover. It is, so going to the Fantastic cover on the Hulk and Thor Rainbow double shot. And then another one for the clear cuts. It is Mr. Sinister. Nomad on the cover variant Rainbow. Followed by North Star, and for North Star, that is a canvas. And Nightcrawler in the back of our pack. And Darkhawk on the clear cut. Followed by Captain Britain on the Rainbow. And then Adam Warlock behind the pack. He was hanging out in the back of the pack so much in our previous case. And another for the cover variant, that is Mephisto. Followed by Cyclops. And for Cyclops, he's on a canvas. And then Spidey. Up next, we have Mr. Sinister, and I believe this is a leather. Sure is, so going to the leather spot with Mr. Sinister. And then a blue tracks for Sandman. So first card for the blue track spot is going to be Sandman. Invisible Woman on the canvas. Followed by Namorita on the Rainbow. Up next, we have Kingpin, Wilson Fisk. And for Kingpin, he is on a leather. Followed by Rogue on the blue tracks. Enchantress. And for Enchantress, she is a canvas. And then that is a rainbow for Remy LeBeau, the Gambit. And there's Adam Warlock back to hanging out in the back of the pack. And another one for the Corner Box Creations. It is Cable. Followed by Daredevil on the holofoil. So a little action there on the holofoil spot. And then Storm in the back of our pack. Ooh, and I think we got another one for the pink lasers. It's going to be a cover variant of Sauron on the pink lasers. And for Sauron, 162 of 692 on the variant cover pink lasers. And another one for the lenticular spot. It is Colossus. And that's another one of the cool ones on the lenticular. You see the rocks just kind of appear to be in front of Colossus. So very nice for the lenticular spot. And going to end our pack with Blob. And I believe this is another one for the Fantastic cover spot with Thor. It sure is. And clear cut of Psylocke.
The same guy got both pink laser spots.
Check the sheet. All right. And another one for the Corner Box Creations. It is Daredevil. And behind him, we're going to have Loki, the God of Mischief, on the canvas. And that brings us to box number 3. right, box 3. Let's see if we can find another parallel. So far we have red prism, pink lasers, and seismic gold on the board. Let's see if we can find a plexi this round. We do have another lenticular. Oh, and that's a good one. Wolverine on the lenticular. So very nice. The lenticular spot is getting a Wolverine. And behind him, we're going to have Loki on the rainbow. And then Sabretooth in the back of the pack. Venom on the corner box creations. So another nice one for the corner box creation spot. And then Havoc. And Havoc is on a canvas. Weapon Omega on the Blue Tracks cover variant. Followed by Leader on the clear cut. And that is a cover variant of the Leader. Followed by Bullseye. And for Bullseye, he is on a canvas. Daredevil on the rainbow cover variant. And behind him, we have another one for the clear cut. It is Professor X. Colossus on the cover variant. Behind him, we're going to have Mephisto. And for Mephisto, he is a canvas. Mole Man on the cover variant. And then She-Hulk. And for She-Hulk, she is a leather. Ooh, we do have another one for the red prism spot. And it is going to be Sleepwalker on the base red prism. And for Sleepwalker, 370 of 492. Followed by Lizard on the canvas. Captain America on the cover variant. And then Thing on the canvas. Bless you. And another one for the pink lasers. And I know who this is. That is the lasers of Cyclops on the pink lasers. So another nice one for the pink laser spot. And for Cyclops, he is 411 of 992 on the pink lasers. And behind him, we're going to have Nomad, and that is a leather for Nomad. Corner box creations for Cyclops. Followed by Black Cat. And for Felicia Hardy, she is a canvas. Adam Warlock on the cover variant. And then clear cut for Electro. And that is it for box number 3. All right, box number 4. Can we see a PMG? Come on. Weapon Omega. And for Weapon Omega, he is a leather. Followed by Thanos on the blue tracks. Going to lead off with Gambit this round. And then Mr. Adam Warlock. And for Adam Warlock, he is a canvas. An Invisible Woman on the rainbow. And Thor and Hulk on the Fantastic covers. And then up next, we're going to have Nick Fury on the holo foil. Ooh, and we got another one for the pink laser spot. And that is Mojo on the cover variant pink lasers. And for Mojo, he is 358 of 692. And another one for the lenticular spot, it is North Star. Yeah, at least not as much as our previous case, but yeah, he's still finding his way in the back of some of these packs. And I sorted some of the ones for earlier. Oh my gosh, man, we found so many. Star-Lord and Rocket on the corner box creations. And behind that, we're going to have Deathlock on the clear cut. So another one for the clear cut spot. No, that's a fantastic cover. Look at the back. Ooh, nice. Our first Battle Spectrum is Captain America and Red Skull. So we have found one. We usually see 5 to 6 per case. So hopefully we can run into 2, maybe 3 if we get lucky in these 6 boxes. And then Spider-Man on the canvas. And we have another corner box creations. That is Spider-Gwen on the corner box creations. And she is a rainbow corner box. And then clear cut for Ultron. And his base right behind him. Rainbow cover variant of Nightmare. And then Wonder Man on the canvas. And another one for the clear-cut spot. It is Dazzler this round. And then Nova on the rainbow. Professor X on the cover variant. Followed by Silver Sable. And she is a canvas. And we do have another blue tracks, but before that, we're going to have Feral on the leather. And our blue tracks is Galactus. Psylocke on the canvas. And then we have Ghost Rider on the rainbow. And that brings us to box number 5. All right, box number 5. Show us a Plexi. We have not found a Plexi yet in our first 4 boxes. And that's kind of surprising because usually we find 6 to 7 in an 18-box case. So we got to find at least one. Corner box creations of Black Panther. And then Mr. Fantastic on the canvas. And up next we have Nightmare on the leather. Followed by Namorita on the blue tracks. All right, Stunner Dude, let's... Ooh.
PMG.
You guys see that? Who's got the red PMG spot? We got a red PMG on the way. Come on, who are we going to get? It is Nova on the red PMG.
Larry.
Very nice. So Larry was the one with the red PMG spot. Congratulations, we have found one. It is Nova. And for Nova, he is 19 of 100 on the red PMG. Very, very cool. Congrats on that one, Larry. And behind him, we're going to have Black Panther on the canvas. And going to end our pack with Scarlet Witch on the rainbow. And hopefully Jason could find a wood, because usually we see three in 18 boxes, so we should see one. Corner box creations for Namor. And then we're going to have another holo foil, and that is Venom on the holo foil. Oh yeah, that would have been awesome. But I mean, a PMG is still a solid hit. Ooh, and we do have another pink lasers. And that is Strong Guy on the pink lasers cover variant. And for Strong Guy, he is 622 of 692 on the pink lasers. Ooh, and behind him, another one for the lenticular spot. It is Thanos. So very nice adding Thanos to the lenticular stack. Ooh, and another one for the Battle Spectrum. It is Silver Surfer versus Thanos. So that is our second on the Battle Spectrum side. Followed by Luke Cage on the clear cut. Oh, nice. So the Battle Spectrum spot is having a good run. That is Spider-Man versus Venom on the Battle Spectrum Rainbow. Very nice. Congrats to the Battle Spectrum spot. Hitting 3 so far, and one of them is a rainbow of Spider-Man versus Venom. And then another one for the clear-cut spot. It is Namor, the Submariner. Red Skull on the rainbow cover variant. Followed by Professor X on the canvas. Ooh, another clear cut. This one is Cable. Followed by Archangel on the rainbow. Shatterstar on the cover variant. And then there's Wolverine popping up on the canvas. So the canvas spot is getting a little Wolverine action. And up next, we're going to have Hulk. And that is a leather for Hulk. Followed by Hawkeye on the blue tracks. And there's Adam Warlock hanging out in the back of the pack like he likes to do. Strong Guy. And for Strong Guy, he is a canvas. Followed by the Enchantress on the rainbow. And that brings us to our final box of the break. All right, final box. Show us something good. Let's see if we can finally find a Plexi. That is one of the parallels we have not seen so far. But if they want to show us something super low numbered, we'll take it too. Spider-Gwen on the corner box creations. Followed by Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat on the clear cut. We do have something more for the blue track spot. Oh, and I know those horn. Oh, that's a tail. They got me. I thought it was the horns of Loki at first. But it is Feral on the blue tracks cover variant. Followed by Tombstone on the canvas. Black Panther on the cover variant. And behind him, we're going to have a clear cut for Apocalypse. Elektra on the rainbow cover variant. And behind her, we're going to have some Kitty Pryde action. It is Shadowcat on the canvas. Mr. Fantastic on the cover variant. Ooh, and I do believe this is a wood. That is Weapon Omega on the wood. So we did find some wood here in our final box. So congrats on the wood. And it is Weapon Omega. So we did find some wood for you, Jason. Nightcrawler on the canvas. And then Cyclops on the rainbow. Up next, we're going to have Storm. And for Storm, she is a canvas. Followed by Doctor Strange on the blue tracks. Oh, and we got a thick one. So we did find a plexi. So let's look at our rainbow in the back first. It is North Star. All right, for the plexi spot. And Jason, a little more beast action. This is one we did not find in the character break. So
nice.
Very cool. That is Hank McCoy, the Beast, on the plexi. Very, very nice. So we did find a plexi, and it is a spot that you've bought before. So that is very fitting. Oh, no, it was Stunner Dude that had Beast earlier. But very nice, Jason. You're going to get a Beast on the plexi. And then Dazzler on the cover variant. Followed by Blob. And for Blob, he is a canvas. Ooh, and we're gonna get another pink lasers. And it is Lizard on the pink lasers. And for Lizard, he is 716 of 992. Followed by Black Panther on the lenticular. So another one for the lenticular spot. And I think that's the spot that did pretty darn good in this 6-box color break. So adding Black Panther to the lenticular spot. And another one for the corner box creations. It is Nova. And then we're going to have Blob on the clear cut. And then you know who in the back of the pack? Adam Warlock. Phoenix on the cover variant. And then our final parallel is going to be Sabretooth on the canvas. So give us 2 seconds, everybody, while we get a recap ready. And then Spider-Man is going to end our break. Oh, thank you, Brian. Much appreciated. And thanks, everybody, for joining us on the color break. This is kind of a new thing for us. We usually do the character breaks.
You can do this if you wanted to.
So give us 2 seconds, and we will recap. We can't recap every single spot, but we'll recap as much as we can. Oh, no. Could you put all that base in trays real quick? No. Keep these here. Put all that base so I can use that space. Thank you. And these ones. And I think these are rainbows. Alright, so let's just start with the numbered stuff. And very cool that, because I was worried, but we were able to find a seismic gold out of our 6 boxes. So very cool to find something for that spot with Luke Cage. And then our red prism variant cover of Human Torch. And next up, let's look at some of the corner box creations we've found. Make sure they're all corner box. And when we sort them, if we notice anything more, we will put them with each of the particular spots. But these are the corner box creations. We found Cap, Cable, Daredevil, Venom, Cyclops, Spider-Gwen on the rainbow corner box creations, Star-Lord and Rocket, Black Panther, Namor, Spider-Gwen, Thing and Human Torch, and Nova. Next up, let's look at our Fantastic covers. We found Thor and Hulk on the Rainbow Fantastic cover, as well as the regular version. Thor and Moon Knight. And then some of our lenticulars, we found Black Panther, Thanos.
Fantastic cover.
Oh, one more Fantastic cover, by the way, of Dazzler. North Star, Wolverine, Colossus, and Elektra. Give me these ones. And then for the red PMG spot, we found Nova on the red PMG. Red Prism of Sleepwalker. Let's look at our pink lasers next. We found Lizard, Strong Guy on the pink lasers variant cover, as well as Mojo, Cyclops, Sauron on the variant cover, and Ghost Rider. So that's pretty cool. They equaled out 3 for the base side and 3 for the cover variant side. Next up, we did find a lenticular. They made, I'm sorry, a plexi. They made us wait for it, but it is Beast on the plexi. And next up, let's look at our blue tracks. We have Doctor Strange, Feral on the cover variant, as well as Weapon Omega, Hawkeye, Namorita, Galactus, Thanos, Sandman, and Rogue. And last thing we're going to recap for now is the Battle Spectrums. And I think the Battle Spectrum spot did very good in 6 boxes. We have Captain America and Red Skull, Spider-Man and Venom on the Rainbow Battle Spectrum, and finally, Silver Surfer and Thanos. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us on Color Break number 1. When we do 2 and 3, they will be in the same case. So we will just keep pulling from this case for any of our color breaks. That way you kind of have an idea of what parallels we might hit. So thanks everybody for watching. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. And we will see you all Monday with a bunch of different breaks. Thanks everybody, and we will see you next time. Bye. Oh man, that was tricky.
Yeah.